Hey, hello, hello. How are you guys? How are you? Can can you hear me well? Can you see my screen? All right. Hey, Tony, how you doing? Hello, Don, Salman, Anne. Hello, Linda, Sebastian, Julie, MG Marty. How are you? The Olus. Hello, Hive, Sven, Robin, Jamicab, CEA. Hola, Luis. Hey, dudes. How are you guys? Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Today I was trying to take a nap. Super boring day. Super boring day. But I found a lot of good opportunities because even when you are focusing on the higher time frame, the intraday price action was telling us a lot of things, a lot of things. So if you were paying attention, if you were if you were watching closely, if you were waiting with intention, if you know, you know, well, you found a lot of things, right? All right. So yeah, I'm mentioning this if you are waiting with intention because yesterday on Traders Lab, the performance coaching session was about exactly that. So how waiting it's kind of the most important thing on trading, but it's also one of the most complex things to do, right? Because it's boring. You want to be in action. You want to be feeling something and into inside of a trade or whatever. So you need to be good at waiting, but not just waiting like wasting time, but waiting with intention. So watching price action, watching the setups, watching your key levels, watching your charts, watching reaction, watching economic calendar, watching everything, even your own reactions, right? Your own emotions and feelings. So that was it. That was it. Hola, Alex. Uh, Done. All right. All right, guys. So let's get started. Well, as you can see, the market fears pullback after going up, right? As you can see here, I mean, it's kind of. I know it's easier to do it like on the aftermath, but I mean, again, if you were waiting with intention, you might be able to start identifying these kind of things, right? These kind of things, these kind of things, these kind of things. So after the drop, after the drop, there was a lot of good signals telling you where price wanted to go, right? So, all right, so let's get started. So on AMD, the first candles were a big drop. As you can see here. We went from 173.40 to all the way to 170.40, so a 3 point drop in 2 minutes. Then it tried to come back, but again, it was rejecting the previous day close. As you can see here, this 172.30, it's the previous day close. So these kind of price action here, like rejecting the opening price, rejecting the previous day close, coming back, retesting this key level here, and rejecting again. So this is showing you something, right? This is showing you that you want to go lower, at least on the short term. So this was a very nice opportunity. This was the break and retest of previous day close. Previous day close. And what were the markets doing? Well, the markets were dropping. So this is a trade on the same direction than the market. So this is kind of a regular, unusual playbook. So you just want to understand, you just need to understand how price is moving, right? How price is moving. So you can see here, huge drop, huge rejection on this 175. It kept dropping. Huge rejection right here, 174. Kept rejecting this 173 and found support on 179. All right. So as you can see here on AMD, it went from one key level to the other, and it actually had very good reaction. So you can see here, this is, oh, sorry. So this is the 171. This is the 172, the pre-market low. This is the 170. This is 170 was a key level on the 15-minute chart. So, okay, so you can see here the price went from one key level to the other. So I will open my position here right at the pre-market low. Pre-market low. My risk will be the top of this retesting candles, and I will be looking at least low of the day. So this low of the day was offering you 1 to 4 something risk reward ratio trade, 1 to 3.5 risk reward ratio trade, only to low of the day. But look at this. Look how strong is this move to the downside. So I mean, even when you reach low of the day, you can see there's no reaction. Well, probably yes. Well, oh, sorry. There's some reaction right here. But look at this. I mean, if you were waiting for this candle to close, look at this. This actually went below this 170.16 and it hit previous day low. It hit previous day low, and then you had your reaction right here. Right? Hola Carlita. Hi Sabrina. AMD 1010. AMD 1010. What is this? Oh, well, this is like the break and retest of low of the day. It's nice. It's nice, but as you can see, SPY, and look at this. This is why I draw this inverse head and shoulders first, because I want you to identify how the price action is here, right? How this after 10 in the morning, how after 10 in the morning, prices started to rise and reclaim the previous key levels, right? Reclaim previous key levels. So yes, you are reacting here on the 5-minute opening range low. Yes, it's reacting here, but because the price is reclaiming all of these key levels here, that's the actual price action reading, right? I mean, you can't anticipate this much because I mean, Nasdaq was being weaker than SPY, but look at this. I mean, this candle is actually a change of character, right? This candle is actually a change of character. It's a little bit weaker on QQQ, but if you are watching this on SPY, remember SPY and QQQ usually go hand by hand on the move. So it was, let's say, more expected QQQ being a little bit lagging and catching up with SPY because this was a strong move to the upside than SPY failing with QQQ. Not sure if I'm explaining this in a good way, but right here after closing the gap right here, this is the daily gap. SPY didn't close the gap, but look at this. It bounced out of this 637, right? So after this reclaim, change of character, and waiting for this pullback here, yes, I know this might look like a reaction right here, but it's more like following SPY on the market structure to the upside. Can you see here? Can you see here? So it's about context. It's about context. I understand what you tried here at 1010 right here. I understand what you were trying right here at 1010. It's just if you were looking at the context of that particular entry time, this was more like a reclaim and pullback for the upside, like a pullback long on the 170. than just a reaction to the downside, right? Um, so Alex, do you understand what I'm saying here? Sabrina, do you understand what I'm trying to explain here? Why this 10-10 is? I mean, I understand your reaction right here, but according to this was the change of character, and this was the pullback to continue on market structure to the upside. Just uh, again, I understand what you tried to do there. It's just on the context, it was not like the best thing to do at that time. Um, Hello, Ann. Neto, Nasdaq has treated me well today after 10 a.m. Yeah, everything was just ripping, right? I don't trade until 10 a.m. All right, good. Um, Ajaib, I'm always confused when to look at ES or NQ and when to not. Well, you should be always looking to them. I don't look to ES and NQ, but I look to SPY and QQQ. That it's kind of the same thing, or very similar thing. I will say that if these two are aligned to what you are doing, your setup it's with higher probability. I'm not saying it's gonna fail. I'm not saying it's gonna succeed. It's just if it's aligned to the markets, it's higher probability, right? Okay, JTR. J Trades took a loss today on Apple. All right, let's go take a look to Apple in a minute. I get scared sometimes for a fake change of character for a liquidity grab. Well, that's a thing. I mean, the change of character usually are not a liquidity grab. I mean, the liquidity grab are the fake breakouts, not the change of character, right? So just trying to explain a little bit there. Like, so right here, look at this. So right here, I mean, what could be in this particular chart. Let's take a look here. In this particular chart, the liquidity graph is more probable to be here on this kind of like last effort than on this here, because here you are actually reclaiming key levels. You are actually reclaiming areas where there was supply or demand, right? There were showing buyers or sellers, but this was a confluence zone. So this is way less probable to be a liquidity grab than a breakout. So this can be the fake out, but this is reclaiming and going inside of the previous range. So not sure if I'm explaining myself appropriately there. Seems like using pre-market high and pre-market low strategy in between previous day high and previous day low is not a good idea. Yeah, I will prefer the previous day high and low instead of the pre-market. But yes, I mean I will say it depends, right? It depends how you are trying to do this and what names, right? Hola Renato, what do you think about SPY? I'll take a look to SPY in a minute. All right. Okay. So this was the AMD trade that I was watching this morning. This fail on the previous day close, fail rejection, and then the drop to the previous day low. And look at this. I mean, the reaction is exactly at the previous day low. So this meant that is going to be ranging on the previous day range, right? So, but right here, look at this. This is the change of character, right? This is the change of character. It's reclaiming this previous lower high. So right here, you are actually having a higher high, right? It's having a higher high. So on the pullback of this change of character, As you can see here, this is the pullback of this change of character because we are creating a higher high here, a higher high here. You are revisiting previous day close. You are revisiting previous day close. So look at this. Or let's say this area here. Yeah, well, this is the previous day close. You are actually revisiting this pre-market low. So now you can be looking to the upside. And also what the indices were doing. Well, the indices were reclaiming key levels. They were reclaiming key levels and they were going up, right? They were going up. So this is kind of the second part of the day, or the second part of the morning, where this sell-off move, it's over, and with this change of character, with this reclaim of key levels on the indices, you are actually able to look to the upside. All right, so let me go again to the chat here. Pre-market levels always work better outside previous day ranges. I agree. Sabrina, my idea was that it had the same movement than QQQ, where it was bouncing off the. Yes, I mean, yeah, I understand what you were trying to do right here. It was, what did you say? 1010, right? 1010 right here. Yeah, it just, SPY was kind of stronger. So the usually QQQ is the one that, catches up with SPY. I mean, QQQ catches up with SPY, not the other way around. Usually. But yeah, I understood what you were trying to do there. MG, why no entry 936? Well, 936, it's just too early for me. That's why I wouldn't take this. I like to wait at least 10 to 15 minutes after the market open, just because because you have you still don't have enough information about what the price wants to do here. So that's why I wouldn't take this MG Marty. All right. Neto, are you looking for take any trades right now? No, I'm actually just managing a trade, an open trade that I have. I have 640 calls on SPY, and I still have a few runners. So that's the only thing I'm not actively looking for new trades. I'm actually just managing my trade right there. It's for today's expiration. So I'm just looking for like a strong down close candle to close my position or let it run. I'm not sure where this thing is gonna stop. So yeah, let's see. All right. So Amazon was super weak, was super weak these past days. And after this drop, I was actually looking for something here on the 5-minute opening range or the pre-market low, but I didn't see anything. But when I was watching this break of 220, I was like, oh well, this might work. I didn't take this trade because I was thinking this was just too much oversold. I was waiting for a bigger pullback. But I was watching this. Every candle here, I was watching it. It just didn't work. But yeah, I was looking for Amazon. Let me show you here. Amazon, 15 minutes. Let's go to the 1 hour. You know what? This is not the. This is the chart that I wanted to show you. For me, I think Amazon after earnings, it just created a lower high. So I'm kind of convinced that this is just waiting for the daily 20 MA to catch up. But once the daily 20 SMA catches up, this is gonna drop to 210 or something like that. So but that's my idea. That's my trading thesis for the short term on Amazon. So that's why I was kind of waiting for this break of 220, and I was like, okay, well, maybe this is just going lower for now. But no, it's still holding this 220. It's still holding this 220. So this first trade actually failed, and as you can see, it was having nice reactions here on the 220 key level, but it never went lower. It never went lower. It actually reclaimed the previous day low and started grinding up slowly, right? So after look at this. After 11 in the morning, look how well it broke the pre-market low and all these consolidation, came back, retested, and started to go higher, right? I'm not sure if this is going to, like to high of the day, but at least it actually held super good this 220. All right. Hello Neto, is there a way I can access to, your playbook? Is that what you try to type? Well, my playbook is really simple. I'm waiting 10 to 15 minutes for the markets to take a direction. Then I go find the names that are trading on the same direction. Then I look for the one with the relative strength or the relative weakness, and then I go with the one that needs a visually similar pullback than the indices. So if I don't know, like here, this SPY just broke out and it needs to come back to the 5-minute opening range. Well, maybe I'm looking just for a name that needs to do the same, right? Like a break and then come back, even if this is not the same key level than here, just needs to be visually similar than that. That's pretty much the playbook, right? I took Amazon trade as per your drawing tool. The first one or the second one? I think the first one, right, Chen? Yeah, I kind of remember we all were looking for puts on Amazon this morning. And yeah, so okay, yeah, the first one, yeah. It was a nice try. It was a nice try because I mean 220. It's a strong key level. That this orange lines are multiple touches on multiple touches on the daily chart. Look at this. Support, resistance, support, resistance, then support again. So yeah, 220 was a good level to try to the downside. It just unfortunate that this didn't work. Hello Eileen, welcome. You were watching the recording while prepping dinner with my daughter, 20-year-old, last night, and you were talking about FOMO and you're delaying tactics. Didn't know she was listening, and she said, "Oh, like shopping." I have to delay before I'm. That's a good technique. That's a good technique. If you really need it, you can just delay for a day or two, right? That's nice. All right. Maybe Chen, maybe because the 50 SMA was sitting near the previous day low, the 50. Well, I don't have the 50. I have the 20 SMA on the daily, and it's above, right? It's above. So yeah, probably you're right. I mean, if it's somewhere around it, it's sometimes that's also heavy. Um, do you have a time frame when you take your first trade in the market? Well, I usually wait just 10 minutes. I wait for the 10-15 minutes so I can just define, like the 15-minute opening range in case it worked for something. But it's mostly because you already have enough information, you already have enough candles, and you can see it's easier to actually just visually identify which name is doing what, right? I mean, like right here, if you were trying to take a trade on the first 5 or 10 minutes, you are just watching this. But after 15 minutes, look at this. After 15 minutes, you already have like a very decent range. You already have a very decent range. And here it's easier because here you can see that this is breaking your 15-minute range, right? And here it's easier to wait. It's easier to identify. So again, I don't get any FOMO like myself or Eileen's daughter. I don't get any FOMO on the first 10-15 minutes. I know sometimes I'm just missing out the opening drives or the opening plays, but I don't care because I mean, those might be like a huge trades, but I'm not here for the home runs. I'm here for the repeatable process. I'm here for a manageable or a decent and educated risk management. And that's what waiting 10-15 minutes offer: clarity, right? If you can wait 10-15 minutes, you have more information. You can define better your risk, and also you can define better the direction of the market, the direction of your names. You can actually identify if this thing is it's relative weak or it's relative strength, right? So waiting with intention, it's that makes me take calm trades and better decisions. um okay. What was the biggest mental challenge for you when you were learning how to trade? uh Remember, we were talking yesterday about the psychology of money book. Well, it was on the Traders Lab session. Well, if you have been around here, I've been telling you for weeks that one of my favorite books is the psychology of money, and it talks about the greed, right? It talks about greed, and there's a chapter that it's called Enough, and it tells a story on how when is enough, right? I mean, and enough for me, it's 100%. It's gonna be different than you're enough or Eileen's enough or Don enough or Deuce enough or Alex enough. So everyone has a different background, and everyone have different targets and risk tolerance and everything. So finding my enough, I think, was like the biggest challenge for me because sometimes I was having a good trade, a green trade, and I was like, no, this can go further, and I never take profits, and suddenly it come back and it reverse, and suddenly a green trade is turning into red. And because I was waiting for that, I never caught my trade. So yeah, so having enough was kind of one of my hardest challenges on my journey. Mm-mm. Uh, is that an indicator you use? Yes, it's a tool. If you go to the video description or to the channel description, you will find a link for this tool. It's like super affordable, and it's developed by one of the members of this community, and you will find out that it's super useful for the break and retest, because it draws and also take it off at the end of the day, so you don't need to, to be worried of drawing uh, every line on every name every day and then refresh them at the next morning. For me it's super useful because I'm watching all the time like 8 to 10 different names. So these lines being drawn automatically, it just saves a lot of time and mental capital. Um, how much time did you backtested your strategies? I'm still backtesting. I'm still, well. I'm right now. I'm more like a forward testing, but I probably the one name that I backtested the least was like 3 years back. So yeah, you need to do this like a consistently. And if you take any piece of advice, let me tell you, backtesting with Tradezilla, it's super easy, and also they have like more data than the usual trading view data packages, so you can do it easier on Tradezilla. So if you have Tradezilla, just go there, learn from the tutorials, and it's super easy to backtest on Tradezilla. Hello, Ayman. Mm-mm. Took Nvidia. All right. Well, let's move forward, right? I mean, this Amazon trade was kind of the same thing than AMD. I mean, trying to take advantage of the sell-off, and once it changes of, it has a change of character. You start looking at the retest of the previous key levels, and look at this. This is the break and retest of the pre-market low, but now in an uptrend, right? So this was a nice trade here. It was kind of late for me. But look at this. I mean, it's always that's the good thing. That's something we were talking yesterday. As you can see, guys, every day I show you not one but several different opportunities of trading on most of the names. On most of the names. So if you are taking puts this morning and suddenly you are stop out or this trade is invalidated, do not hesitate and cut it. Cut it, because a new opportunity is coming soon. So you don't need to take a 50, 60, 70% loss just because you are stubborn. Cut it. Cut it. Just trust your system, trust the strategy, and just look at this. I mean, if you took a loss right here, maybe it was a 10-15% loss, but if you were waiting enough, if you were patient and you were waiting for this, probably you took another trade with the same size and you actually ended green on the day, right? Because this thing on the same trading day, it's suffering a few other opportunities. Look at this. I mean, this is actually this is the change of character here, and maybe you were consolidating a bit here, but if you took a trade right here at 220.50, look at this. I mean, you manage your trade 221, then you cut your trade 222. I mean, this could be an amazing trade. So you need to trust your system, you need to trust your names, you need to trust your strategy, but you need to be disciplined, right? So don't marry your trades. If the market is showing you like, hey dude, you made a mistake, you took an early trade, or you were chasing or whatever, I mean the price just like did something different to what you were thinking, cut your trade and take the next bus, take the next opportunity, because opportunities on the market are just like buses on the city. There's always coming another one later. um yeah, you want to be right or right out. Exactly. Sina, exactly my mistake yesterday. I froze like in your article. Guys, please don't remind me that. It's still nah. I'm just kidding. It's a scar. And it's not an open wound anymore. But yeah, I mean, if you guys were around here yesterday, we were sharing a post. Let me share it again right here. I shared right there. I shared with you a post that I wrote a few months ago about a super bad experience that I have, and it's called market trauma. So it's just my experience on how a bad trading day with lack of preparation, with lack of discipline, with a lack of risk management, it can all go together against you. So take a read to it and just my wife is telling me now that there will be consequences next time I will respect my stop loss. Yeah, dude, be afraid of wives. Be afraid of wives. That's the strongest stop loss. An angry wife. I know. I know. All right. Let's go to Nvidia. Nvidia, same thing, right? I mean, if you could catch some of the key levels on the sell-off, that was piece of cake. It was just rejecting key levels, rejected the 5 minute opening range, rejected the previous day close, rejected 181.50. That's a key level on the 15-minute chart. Rejected the pre-market low. So if you took any of the trades to the downside, it was a nice trade on all the way to 179.50. Look at this. The rejection is right to the point, right to the T, right? 179.50. And then you can see here, this is your change of character, right? So once you start watching market structure to work, reclaiming your key levels, you can actually take the opposite direction. Look at this. This is the break and retest of the 5 minute opening range low or previous low of the day, right? Previous low of the day. So you are actually reclaiming this demand and you just take the next key level, right? Take the next key level. I'm not saying this is gonna rip and actually go out of the previous day range, but you can start looking for the next key levels, right? So this is how I did it on Nvidia. Right. Someone said that you took Nvidia today. Ayman, you took Nvidia short this morning. Can you tell me where? What was your stop loss? What was your target? That was Ayman, and I think someone else said about this Nvidia thing. Alex, you took an Nvidia trade for a win. Don, you took an Nvidia trade. So talk to me, guys. Talk to me. What was your play right here? This sell off, this break and retest of the previous day close, break and retest of this 181.50, break and retest of this 5 minute opening range low or pre-market low. All right. Well, 955 break and retest 181.50. Good. Right to the T, Alex. That's a very nice one. That's a very nice one. And you can see here how this is actually breaking low of the day, coming back, uh, gathering more liquidity here, and then next drop. So what was your target here, Alex? This previous day low or 180? They were kind of close, right? They were kind of close. Or you were waiting for this 178.80 previous day low. Nice. Look at this. Well, it's actually this same trade, right? It was 1 to 3.5 risk reward rated trade. Good, good, good. MG Marty 956. Again, it's the same. Oh, this was here. Same trade. Very good. Congratulations, Marty. Um, Alex, you were expecting 178.80. Nah, come on. I mean, on this market, shorting Nvidia are just small moves, right? I mean, you need to go to the higher time frame. Look at this. I mean, you cannot short this. You should not be shorting this. You should not be shorting this. right? You should not be shorting this. This is just too strong. So if you are taking shorts on this name, it's just something like this from one key level to the other. You cannot expect all a move all the way to this, right? It's just too strong. It's just too strong. Um, I literally thought the Trump tweet was a reaction to TS12 dropping. TS12? What's TS12? You lost me there. Taylor Swift, come on. Donald Trump. I think everybody we love Taylor Swift. We love Taylor Swift. Well, it's not like this. It's like this, right? It's teenagers, Gen Z. Uh, yeah, no. I think no. I think Trump was talking about Jerome Powell. That I mean, he's fighting with ghosts, so you never know. DS12. I didn't know that. All right, Truth Social. Okay. All right, guys. Tesla. I was watching Tesla. I was watching Tesla, but it has been a while since my last trade in Tesla. I wanted to take this break and retest of the previous day close, but I chicken out. I chicken out. Look at this. Let's take this. Risk here. Previous day close. Look at this. 1 to 4 risk reward. 10 minutes. That's awesome. That's awesome. And then this 334.15. This 334.15, it's a key level on what is this? Three is it? No, this is three. What is this? 335.63. Why this line is not there? Probably is this one, right? I think we all are watching this. Is this actually breaking out or not? Yeah, I didn't remember that line. So okay, so I was watching this. I was waiting for that. This name was relative weak than the others. As you can see here, even when the market was having a few bounces here, Tesla was kept dropping. So yeah, so I was just watching this, but you know, Tesla has been expensive. Tesla has been like crazy. So I'm not taking any Tesla trades soon. But I was watching how it was reacting to this trend line. This trend line here is this orange line. All right. So look at all of the reactions right there. Look at all of the reactions right there. So it offered two different opportunities after rejection of this 336 key level, but also the rejection of this trend line. Can you see here? It's super clear. So that's what I was watching here. And then look at this. Change of character, reclaim 336.50, 337, came back, retested 337, and it went all the way to 340. That was a nice reclaim. That was a nice bounce back. So yeah, that was Tesla. Again, I'm not watching Tesla actively for trading on the past months. But well, I mean, you had different opportunities to the downside, reclaim key levels, retested here, 336.50, or this area here, Look at this. This was kind of the order block right here. Respected order block right here. Came back, retested, and then rip. Right. So if you take, I don't know, like maybe if you take a trade like here, and you were looking for pre-market low, look at this. One, two, three reward. No drawdown. Well, probably here. But okay, so I just want to make sure that we all are understanding where the change of characters are happening, where they are occurring, and how the market or how the names are actually following the market. Hello, Diane. All right. That was it, guys. I mean, all the next names are the same thing: drop, sell off, just with the markets. This was Microsoft. Later in the day, change of character, reclaim of key levels, and rip. Look at this. Look if you were trying to long this 5-minute opening range high. Good. Palantir, same thing. Drop with the market, change of character, reclaim of key levels, rip. Apple, well, Apple, you know Apple, guys. I actually was not watching anything on Apple. And then you had this candle here. I'm not sure what happened here, but is this related to this Elon Musk taking Apple to court? I was reading something. Pre-market high retest on Apple. Pre-market high retest on Apple right here. Yeah. You know what? Probably yes, but look at this. I mean, even if you took like here, your risk should be something like here. Maybe you were stop out right here. Yes, I was watching this. I mean, if and it will be a shame that you were stop out right here and then this happens, right? But yeah, I think this hold of this pre-market high was a very nice entry here. Um, the 15-minute range breakout, like here, on here. Yeah, it's just too late on the day for me. Too late on the day for me. Look at this SPY, 642 right now. 642 right now. Wow. Um, from the 15-minute chart. Oh, the breakout right here. Looks nice. It's just, I don't know. I just lost any interest on Apple. It's just, I'm watching Apple just to understand sometimes when the market is moving. But I'm not watching Apple anymore. Threatening to sue Apple. Yeah, yeah. Elon Musk. Yeah, somebody needs to tell this guy to chill. I mean, right when Tesla is trying to do something good, he opens his mouth. uh, well, you know. So same thing with Google. Drops in the morning, change of character, reclaim of key levels. Look at these halls of pre-market high, previous week high, and rips. All right. So Meta. I'm not sure if Ramesh is here. I'm not sure if Ramesh is here, but I just want to tell you guys that I started to watch Meta again because I know my friend Ramesh takes a lot of trades right here. So I'm gonna start charting. I'm gonna start charting Meta and taking a look to it. Just just for him. And if you guys are watching Meta, just let me know, and I will try to to be more intentional looking for opportunities here. Or if you have any other name that you would like to include on our shortlist, just let me know. And if we find out that there's more people taking a look to it, we are gonna include it. So here, same thing than all the names. Drop in the morning, change of character, reclaim of key levels, and look from one key level to the others. Right here, it was high of the day, right? And then breakout. All right. SPY. Look at this. Drop in the morning. Hold this 637. Hold this 637. Change of character. And then reclaim, break and retest of key levels. And you were just drawing these order blocks or previous highs, and look at the market. Look at the market structure right here. It's super clear, right? Super clear. And same thing with QQQ. I think SPY was kind of easier to read, but QQQ was kind of the same thing. Sven, you also sometimes watch Meta for analysis, all right? I'll start taking a look. As I told you, I know Palantir and Meta are one of the names that that Ramesh looks on a daily basis. I'm also including maybe Broadcom, ABGO, because money is looking at it most of the times. So I might include a Broadcom also. So if you want a name to be included, just let me know. All right. Renato, what do you think about the 5-minute low on SPY 948? 948, 948. Well, this is a breakout, my friend. This is a breakout. I mean, this is not the retest. The actual retest happens here, 955. So this 948 is just the breakout of this 5-minute opening range low. 958. Yeah, well, as I told you here, I mean, the rejection happens here on the previous week high, 5-minute and 1-minute and 5-minute opening range low. So yeah, I mean, this was a good entry. This was a good entry, at least for the gap fill, right? This is the daily gap fill, and once you fill the gap, what happens? Start changing of character, reclaiming. You were saying SPY 948, 958. Yeah, well, kind of same thing, right? But so just look at this on the gap fill. Actually, here SPY, it's going to 637, and it's following the same thing than QQQ, right? So here they are doing the same thing. So just as I told you, usually QQQ is the one who catches up with SPY. But just in case only the tech names are moving well, I mean, it might be a day or two where SPY is actually chasing QQQ, right? Okay, guys. So I'm sorry. I felt like today's session was kind of boring, but it was all the same. As you can see, most of the names, they had this drop in the morning at the opening, and then once SPY bounce out of this 637 and QQQ filled this gap, it just, all of the names, they had a change of character, and they just were reclaiming key levels to the upside. So today was a slow grinding up day, but it's a great day. It's a very great day. Thank you, Don. Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be here. thank you guys for joining this session. I know days like today they are kind of boring because the market was not doing too much, and most of the names they were looking alike because they all were following the indices. But well, it's always nice to see you here, and just as we just as we said yesterday, if you guys are on the Traders Lab, remember waiting with intention. So this day we were just watching what was happening, and then but we are not scrolling on social media. We are not wasting our time. We are actively looking for reaction on key levels, actively looking for reclaims, actively looking for watching how buyers and sellers are stepping in on a time of the day or on a price on the chart. So remember, we should be waiting with intention, and when we have a plan, there's no stress on our execution because we already know where we enter, where we exit, where we take profits, what levels are the ones that we should be watching. And if you feel stressed or anxious on your trade, maybe you are just lacking preparation, right? So you need to watch out that that. All right. So guys, thank you very much. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you are watching this on the recording, you can always leave your messages on the video or on the channel. And as you can see, if you go to the videos on the channel, I always reply to all of your questions. So do not hesitate to reach there, or my email is on the channel description. So you can always send me an email with any of your questions. And thank you very much. Oh, you're very welcome, Samuel. Thank you very much, guys, for joining today, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.